Pursuant to the Constitution and the laws of the United States, the Senate and the House of Representatives are meeting in joint session to verify the certificates and count the votes of the electors of the several states for President and Vice President of the United States.
In 1950, responsibility for the Electoral College was given to the National Archives and Records Administration to be administered by the Office of the Federal Register.
So this is a meeting of the presidential electors as they officially cast Maryland's electoral votes for president and vice president.
When Americans vote at the general election, we're actually voting for a slate of electors. We're not voting for the candidates. Generally, they're people who are very active in their political parties within their states, but usually on the state's ballot, those slates of electors are represented by the candidates. Each state gets one elector per member of Congress. So, for example, Maryland has 2 senators and 8 members of the House. So it gets 10 total electoral votes. It's a winner-take-all system.
I, Beth Swope, vote for Barack Obama for president.
Barack Obama for president.
In each state, all the electors vote for the candidate who won the popular vote in that state. After the electors meet and they vote, they'll send a package to us. That package will contain a certificate of ascertainment and the state certificate of vote. The certificate of ascertainment just lists the number of votes each electoral slate got and tells you who won. The certificate of vote tells us how each elector voted. We review them to make sure that they have a seal, that they're signed. The Constitution says that people who are in Congress can't be electors. Sometimes we notice that they've listed somebody who's a member of the House or a member of the Senate, and then we contact the state and tell them that that person cannot be an elector. Today is the day before Congress counts the votes. A couple of the states actually had the wrong date for the inauguration, and so we asked them for amended certificates of vote. We just received our amended certificate of vote. What we'll do is just review it quick, and then as soon as we're done here, I will take it up to Congress.
The next step is to scan the documents, and then we send it forward to our web programmer, who would then post it on our website so the public can actually view the document.
There are no federal requirements on what certificates look like. This is this year's Ohio certificate. It's still the biggest, it's just a little smaller than 2008.
The certificate of electoral vote in the state of Ohio seems to be regular, uniform, and authentic.
The certificates are brought down the aisle in ceremonial boxes and presented to the tellers who are going to open the boxes and count the vote.
To be elected President of the United States, a candidate needs to win 270 electoral votes. That's half of the total plus 1. After the 2000 election, Vice President Al Gore, in his capacity as President of the Senate, had to make the announcement to a joint session of Congress that he had lost the Electoral College.
George W. Bush of the state of Texas has received for President of the United States 271 votes. Al Gore of the state of Tennessee has received 266 votes.
The Office of the Federal Register maintains the certificates of ascertainment and the certificates of vote for 1 year after the election. We make them available for public review, then after 1 year we transfer them to the National Archives as permanent records. Visit the Office of the Federal Register's website at archives.gov for more information about the Electoral College process and the 2016 presidential election. Our site allows you to predict the 2016 presidential election using our interactive map. Click the FAQ page to get answers to all your Electoral College questions. There is also an Electoral College timeline. The Office of the Federal Register publishes a guide about the Electoral College process available for download. It includes key dates on the upcoming 2016 presidential election. For more information about the Electoral College process and the upcoming 2016 presidential election, visit the Office of the Federal Register's website at archives.gov.